Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for Bandai's movie realization, Star Wars, and we have Ronin, Boba Fett. Alright. So this is another figure line made by Bandai among their figure arts and as well as their model kits. And this is really cool. These actually are a little bit bigger than your figure arts. And kind of goes along with the SIC line, for those who are familiar with that, like Kamen Rider SIC. With the joint system, it's a little bit more bulkier. You have great molding and paint up, as we can see later on, and variety of weapons for both. A lot of knives. Nice. And we got the Disney branding right there on the bottom. This retails about 90 to maybe a little bit more depending where you get them. I got mine from Tatsu Hobby. I'll provide the link down below. The prices of Star Wars merchandise are creeping up because of the demand, but this one particular is unique enough that you should consider checking it out. The movie realization line. Yep, that's it for the box. Actually, let's do a quick unboxing. So inside, you always have that. A long time in a galaxy far, far away. It's a nice touch. We got some instructions here. Kind of like the layout, what can be changed or where goes, which one goes where, especially for the knives, which goes on the each side of the leg or feet. Yep. Oh, that's detachable, it seems. And the loadout. Here we go. Quite nice. Seems like we have a katana. We got his rifle here, his backpack, a lot of knives, variety of weapons. On this one, let's see here if I can. So we have the closed fist. Actually, might as well go over it once I have it out the box. And here we go. We got Boba Fett here. I really like the design on this one. And if you collect Play Arts Sky, you'll see that they've changed out the design, but still looks like Boba Fett. So it's really cool. Yep. In terms of the paint color, they went with a more of a palette color, not that striking or anything metallic. So that's nice. It's a little different, especially with this green color. But overall, it looks great. I like it. I went ahead and add the knives here. It's a little bit tricky, especially this one here. You might have to pry out the holder here with a flat screwdriver just a little bit before it starts to close again or go back to its original position. So that's a little bit trickier, but for the most part, it's in there. And another thing I was concerned about is this might be hitting the heel here, but it's close enough to the leg that it doesn't really hinder any articulation, so that's a good thing. And we have the katana here on the side and the knife here. This knife is actually quite easy to put on. It just kind of just slides in, so that's nice. And let's go over articulation, and as we go along, I'm gonna point out some details. All right, starting with the head here. Yep. Move side to side. Look down. Maybe a little bit up. It is double jointed, and there seems to be kind of like the collar or mantle here on top. It's just a little bit free floating. Yep. And you do have this a little visor here or something that moves forward. I'm not too sure. Again, I'm not too familiar with Star Wars franchise, but this is probably kind of like your computer, or well, kind of like a scope or something. Yeah, more than likely like a computer. So that's cool that you can point it down, or maybe he can change his vision with this one too. Now for the shoulder armor, I think it's in a ball joint, if I'm not mistaken, on top. Now the different one on this side, aside from this cool insignia that he has, you have this signature cloak on his left, and this kind of just wraps around that ball joint. You can actually see it from there too. So you can move this around side to side. Then in terms of articulation, you can move this way. You do have a bicep swivel here. If I can get it to turn, it's really stiff. And some of the joints just really stiff to move. But there is a bit of a bicep swivel there. If you can get it to loosen up. Put this back on here. You can rotate this around. Yeah, it's just a little stiff to get that bicep swivel, but it's there. I'll just leave that. Elbow bend, it's double jointed. Fairly decent. Try to get him. There we go. I want that swivel where he can touch his chest. And now we got some more details there. And on the torso. And you have this kind of like a shot close to his heart. It's actually even that there is a dent on the helmet. His iconic mark right there. And it should stay. You have a ball jointed wrist here with a hinge. Actually, it's not ball jointed, it's hinged. There we go. It's gonna be ball jointed on the connection point there. Yeah. Moving on, torso wise, he moves here. There's a plate here that covers the front, which I kind of like because sometimes there is a gap which can be seen in front, and then on the back side they have this little flap here, so that's good that that's covered. We have this waist area, the flaps. It's just a flexible material. This pouches here seems to be glued in, or yeah, there's a tab there. It's connected and glued in. Same thing with this one. And when you move this around, it's actually this flexible armor here in front. It is glued into the whole joint, so it is kind of limited on what he can move to. And you got that hinge or ball joints on the waist. Yeah, so it is a bit limited on what he can move with his waist. Knee articulation, it is double jointed. And the knee is molded. That's great. That's always good to have. Let's see if how far I can move this up. Not really because of that pouch there. But you can do some decent pose with that. Yep. Great detail once again, especially this. Yep. And you have the ankle here. It's a ball joint. And not so much underneath. Yeah. But for the most part, that's kind of what you need for this. You have your katana with a blade. There's probably another word. I'm not sure if this is a katana. It is a little bit shorter. But it's quite nice. You don't really need a longer blade. Probably a medium-sized one like this one is the best. That way you can swing it, especially in close quarters. You don't want to be swinging a long sword, getting caught in things. Now we have this backpack here. It's kind of a rocket booster. Has some nice details to it. Yep. This seems to be a ball joint here. It just rotates. Nothing so much. Other than that, there is a gimmick here that you can pop this out. Seems to be a rocket. And it's just going on a straight peg right there. Otherwise, that's about it. Nicely painted with the metallic colors. You got silver, blue, and green. And there's kind of like not really copper, kind of like bronze. And this just pegs on the back here. And let's see if this goes in. There we go. Yeah, cool. Quite nice. What else see got here? Alright, so we also have the weapon here. His famous rifle. Oops. Let's try to... I don't think I can do anything with this. Oh, wait, there is... Oh, the flint. So kind of like the Stormtrooper one, you do have a movable flint, which is a nice touch to have. Nice details. I like that they added those. Really cool. There's not much on the scope here, even the front. It is hollowed quite enough, so that's good. Yeah, nice rifle. And with that, let's see if I can find the trigger finger. Here we go. How do we put this on? Always gotta try to get that thumb in there somehow. It's always the trickiest part. Let's see here. Yeah, there's no easy way to do this. I have to play around with this. I might have to open up this hand. Gotta get it to loosen up. Let's see. Alright, so I think I figured it out. So from here, see if you can get that thumb on there. There we go. Once you get it all in there, just slide it down with the fingers here. Get it in there. Then you might want to start just move back and forth, twisting it. Then once you get this clearance here, you can turn the whole head around, and there we go. I don't think there might be a little bit of paint. Actually, no. I think the paint is solid on this one. The trigger finger does reach on that trigger, which is good. I like it. There we go. Alright, so for the hands, we have the closed fist, and we already seen this one. The trigger finger hands, so we have one for the left and right. So you can go wield it either way. Now we have a pair of this particular hands here, and I believe this is for the... what do you call this? The sheath for the katana. Yep. Either way, although you can only mount it on his left side. Next part, we have this particular hand here. Actually, not that one. This one. They're a little bit wider. This might work for the katana. And you have another pair which is a little different in terms of the hole size. This is more elongated. And this is probably for the little blades or knives he has on his foot. Or actually, side of his legs. And that's it for the hands. Right now, let's go ahead and mount this particular one right here. I'm not sure if I mentioned this one. He does have this little bit of like a sash that goes from, I guess, trying to figure out how this thing is connected. It's actually a really long joint in the torso area towards the shoulder. But it's there. Popping this joint. There we go. Put this thing on here, which always is fun the first time. There we go. Trying to find that sweet spot, and it's not letting me. It's one of those, you're not sure whether to put the wrist joint first or put it on a gun. See, we're having this problem now. See, let's see here. See if I can put this on first. There we go. Just gotta push all the way in. Alright, now that's secure. Hopefully. And I put this back on again. How do I do it again? So we start here. There we go. Slide it down. Alright, we got it. There. Actually, it's a good way to put on the waist, although that's supposed to be for the shoulder. And trying to get this thing to line up with the shoulder could be a little problem. There we go. Now for the other hand, I'm not sure if this is actually gonna work for this. You might be able to hold it, but seems like it's a little too stiff. Kind of wish there is one that's open hand, but they don't have that. Let's just try one of these blades. Maybe this one. Let's see here. There we go. It's small enough to hold it. So it does work for this specialized hands, the smaller ones. There we go. Now for the katana, let's see here. Well, I think it's this one here. No, that's tube. The other one. Right here. So this might be it. And there we go. Well, I might do it on the other hand here. This one it's a little different, but it might still work. Nope. This one. You want to dual wield? Actually, probably it'd be better if he wields this rifle with his left, since he can draw the sword from his right. But you kind of get the idea. Yeah, putting this joint is tough on the first time. Feels like I'm gonna break the sword. Probably best to not put the sword on. Well, I just want to demonstrate that. Just use caution. It does even have that hollow. There's holes on the guards. It looks simple though. Kind of wish the katana is a little bit more ornate, but yeah, not too bad. Yeah, this is really cool. And here we go. We have the other two. So we have three so far. I believe that's the Taisho Vader, and then we have the Ashigaru Stormtrooper. I think the Stormtrooper here is getting a reissue, which is great for those who are catching up or just getting into the series or this particular figure line. But yeah, after the Ronin, I think they're gonna make another Vader with a different crest, and they're gonna have the drummer, Stormtrooper, and a Red Guard. So I cannot wait for those. Another comparison, if you are into the Black Series, here we go. We have the First Order Stormtrooper here from the Black Series line. He basically stands just on the shoulder length. Yep. And the figure art is actually a little shorter than this, just a little bit. And the mold kit is slightly taller than the Black Series. Just gonna give you an idea. So these guys are actually a bit taller, and they're more detailed, hence the price point. Again, you're gonna be looking at around 80 to 100 bucks for each one. But yeah, they're really cool. But also, in terms of articulation, don't expect much, especially on the waist area. They're not gonna do some acrobatic stuff. But for the most part, they're gonna be standing like this, which they're doing pretty well. It's fairly stable. Yeah, it's a really nice set to have, and be sure to pre-order yours because, again, in terms of demand, and we're not sure if they're gonna get reissued, you better get them. Well, the prices are still manageable. Anyways, that's about it for my review. Again, I got mine from Tatsu Hobby. I'll provide the link down below for the Boba Fett. I'm not sure if they have the other ones. They might restock, but there's always that contact us button at Tatsu Hobby to inquire about it. And that's about it. If you have any questions, let me know. But that's about it. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.